'Twas the night before Xmas, and all through the park not an engine was purring, not even a spark. When out of the darkness came a deafening roar, as the crazy Canuck had his foot through the floor. The exhaust sound echoed in the crisp winter air, as the monster truck sped down the trail without care. Till what does his eyes see through the snow-laden trees but 8 racer friends who are clutching their keys? There's Rust Belt and Lonestar, Sam Hull and Arlo, with Ned Munson, Yu, Mr. Dark, and Rubbertoe. They're all here to race by strict invitation to see who has the fastest monster truck in the nation. The racing will be run in heats head-to-head, till one is left standing, the driver who's led all other trucks from the start to the finish by means of a bracket set up to diminish. The graphite applied hath yet to expire as the racing commences this very hour. So sit back and relax with a warm Christmas mug as the holiday race saves your Diecast racing bug. It's a thank you event from us here to you there that if you like it, we hope you do share. So it's up to the top for the first head-to-head fight. Good luck to you all and enjoy this race night.
Hey everyone, we're here for our holiday special.
That was impressive. You do that yourself?
You like that?
I had no idea you were such a poet.
Yeah, I gotta say, that was quite impressive.
Sometimes I even impress myself. And tonight should be fun.
We even got the big man himself in attendance.
Hey Santa.
Ho, 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 go! Tonight, we're drag racing monster trucks.
We've added a second jump to the course to make things interesting.
8 racer friends have all shown up to the elevation trail to pit their monster trucks against each other.
You win, you move on. You lose, you're done.
We're gonna race best 2 out of 3, and in the end, the driver who wins will be crowned King of Christmas.
The first pair is set, so let's see who got matched up first. Kicking off the festivities tonight, we've got Tiny Track Cars and Ned Munson's Sugar Plum Corvette versus Lone Star's Family Traditions from Live Young Diecast.
And because it's Christmas, we've got presents lining the finish line. So, let's go up to the top of the hill for race 1.
Holy crap, this was not how we anticipated starting this series off. We've had some close calls in the past, but this is the first time somebody's actually yeeted themselves off the side of the trail. Lone Star's the first to smash the presents, but it's Ned Munson who goes right off the second jump, immediately turns and is gone into the abyss. The weight must have shifted from that Douglas fir that's sitting on the top of his Corvette, because he just drives right over the guardrail. Guys, what are we gonna do? You can see Ned right here. He kisses the guardrail, and then that just sets him all wonky, and not even the candy cane set up and can prevent him from going over the edge.
We're gonna need a memorial now for Ned Munson, you know.
I'm okay.
Did you, hear something?
I'm not dead.
I better not hear anything about waivers.
With Ned Munson heaving himself over the edge, Lone Star takes an advantage going into race 2.
Well, somebody's Christmas wish definitely came true because Ned Munson comes back to tie it up. How he got back up to the start gate is beyond me, because all I know is we are not equipped to haul monster trucks back up from the abyss. Lone Star ends up on his lid at the pond, but by the time he got down there, Ned Munson had already smashed the presents. Santa must definitely be making some miracles happen on this Christmas Eve for Ned Munson.
With possibly a little magic dust from Santa, Ned Munson forces a race 3.
Ned Munson takes the last 2 races to put Lone Star back on the trailer. Having no answer for the Sugar Plum, Lone Star throws it all away after the jump, leaving Ned Munson to smash through the presents and bring it home for Tiny Track Cars. And with that come from behind victory, it's a Christmas miracle as Ned Munson literally resurrects himself from the depths of the abyss to take out Lonestar's family traditions.
I don't know how we're going to top a resurrection, but the next two drivers are in the blocks. Flying the NORAD Santa Interceptor, it's Blaze from Underdogs Unleashed, and he'll be racing Arlo in his Scrooged McFly.
The barrier in the runoff is there so the guys don't crash into the trees. Let's go up to the top for race one.
And Blaze comes out flying. Literally. He jettisons his Christmas tree after the first whoop in the course, and that, I think, unsettles Arlo because he doesn't know what's going on. They hit the jump at the same time, but it's here where Blaze puts on the afterburners and scorches the presents that Ajax put up at the finish line. One little bobble from Arlo as he lands a jump is all Blaze needed to take the first race.
A surprise performance by Blaze and his monster machine sees him take the advantage going into race 2.
Oh, and just when Arlo thinks he's got this one in the bag, Blaze sets those afterburners in motion and absolutely tears up the rest of the course. Look at this, he lands the jump, pops a wheelie, and absolutely scorches the snow as Arlo wrestles with his DeLorean. Blaze punches through the presents by a half a car length, leaving Arlo to wish he could go back in time to wrestle his car back under control. Blaze just stole that out from under Arlo. And with what I can only call a surprise sweep, Blaze takes down the man, the myth, the legend, Arlo, and punches his ticket into the next round.
We've had miracles and magic so far. Let's see what this next pairing has in store. From Team DRT3K, it's Sam Hall and his Tiny Gear Light versus Mr. Dark's Nightmare Before Christmas.
This jump has garnered quite the reputation this year, and it's only one of two tonight. Let's go up to the top for race one.
Now that was a flawless run by the Pumpkin King. Sam Hall seems to find a bump at the jump, but it's Mr. Dark who takes exception to the shiny red and white packages at the finish line. Sam Hall is able to get his rig under him, but it's little too late as second place gets you no points.
Mr. Dark takes race 1.
Holy smokes, that was a drag race. Mr. Dark and Sam Hall both get out of the gate great, but it's Mr. Dark who pulls ahead by a wheel at the jump. Sam Hall then pulls in close to him and makes it a race and a photo finish at the finish line. We're going to have to take multiple looks at this because I have no idea upon just seeing this who crossed first. Mr. Dark seems to have had the edge down pretty much the entire trail, but right at the finish line, you can see how close it actually was. We freeze framed it, but I don't know. We're going to have to check another angle, see if this helps, because those two trucks cross the line almost at the exact same time. You're going to have to keep your eye on the packages. Mr. Dark hits the packages, whereas Sam Hall seems to run over the tires. But if we stop it, you can see there's packages moving just before Sam Hall crosses the red line. And with hands down the closest call the judges have ever had to make here at the Elevation Trail, they have declared that Mr. Dark took the second lap by the thickness of the printing on a tube of wrapping paper.
Whew, this race just keeps on giving, and we're not even done yet. Closing out the opening round is Cupcake in his Humbug and Rubbertoe in his Christmasu Kaiju.
Kudos for even trying that. As the koala looks on, let's get up to the top for race one.
Race 1 wasn't even a contest, as when Rubbertoe gets out of the gate, he comes down and kind of cuts in front of the humbug of Cupcake, and that actually stalls out the humbug. Rubbertoe has a free run of the packages at the end of the course before posterizing them and then letting his kaiju rub in the snow.
Where's Yukon Cornelius when you need him? The Christmas monster takes race 1.
No contact necessary this time, as soon as the gate drops, Rubbertoe leaves Humbug behind in a wake of snow dust. The Christmas Kaiju punishes the packages again at the finish line on his way to a sweep as he wins 2 in a row. And the Christmas Kaiju shows that Humbug what Kuri Sumasu is all about. Rubbertoe comfortably stomps his way into the second round.
And with that, our 8 drivers have now become 4.
Well, I was not expecting that out of the first round.
For sure, and how Ned Munson was able to survive is a Christmas miracle. But there is the elephant in the room we gotta talk about here.
What's that?
It's where Ajax got all these presents from.
That's a secret between me and Rudolph. I most certainly didn't steal them from Santa's workshop.
Ajax!
No, it's cool. They were headed for the land of misfit toys anyways.
And smashing him with monster trucks is somehow better?
Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
We're gonna need to talk about this after the race.
Unbelievable.
And speaking of racing, let's get back into it, shall we?
Gladly. Your first pairing for the second round is the resurrected Ned Munson in the Sugar Plum versus Mr. Dark's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Both drivers had close calls in their opening rounds. Let's see if they can continue that momentum going into this one. Let's go up to the top for race 1.
And Ned Munson continues to keep all 4 wheels shiny side up on this part of the snow as Mr. Dark gets all wobbly just before the jump. That forces Jack Skellington to face plant into the snow while Ned Munson cruises across the line to collect the first race win. He uses that Douglas fir on the top of his Sugar Plum Corvette as a jousting mechanism to knock over some of the packages across the line.
Ned Munson defies all odds and takes an advantage going into race 2.
And as if Jack Skellington just finished the race going, "What's this?" he comes across the line to tie it up. Ned Munson somehow stalls out his Sugar Plum at the second jump, and it's Mr. Dark's race to lose. He doesn't put a wheel wrong, and he takes out the presents after the finish line.
It's all tied up. The next person to cross the finish line will be in the finals.
And the Pumpkin King makes his case for the new Snow King crown. Ned Munson seems to find a little bump in the course that really unsettles him. He gets over the whoop, but at this point, Mr. Dark is checked out and is beelining for the finish line. There's nothing Ned can do except possibly punch over some more packages that Mr. Dark seemed to have missed.
One half of the finals is set, and Mr. Dark awaits the winner of the second semis.
With Mr. Dark exercising the resurrection of Ned Munson, he will eagerly await the winner of this next race.
Now this is a matchup destined to have happened. It's Blaze in his NORAD Santa Interceptor airplane versus the Kaiju Crickers of Rubbertoe.
Kuri Sumasu is Japanese for Christmas. Semifinal number 2 starts right now.
That was a flawless flight from the man driving the plane. But it looks like Rubbertoe hits the same spot Ned Munson did. And he gets 2 wheels up on the side rail and nearly avoids the disaster and the exact same fate of Ned Munson. Meanwhile, Blaze just takes off down the course and is absolutely perfect. He punches through the packages to not only take the first race, but to put a statement down against Rubbertoe.
Blaze's flight path is for the winner's circle. Let's see if he can continue this in race 2.
Oh, I don't even know who took that one. This was such a close race. Rubbertoe gets out ahead of Blaze as he comes across the jump. And then Blaze puts the afterburners on once again to bring it close to the line. We're going to have to take another quick look to see if this is actually a win for Blaze or a win for Rubbertoe. The finish line cam does confirm that Blaze crosses the line as Rubbertoe wipes out just at the pond.
For those of you keeping score at home, Blaze is undefeated in this competition.
With yet another sweep, Blaze moves into the finals against Mr. Dark and his Nightmare Before Christmas.
Well, fellas, it's down to this. We have the 2 finalists in Blaze in his NORAD Santa Interceptor and Mr. Dark in his Pumpkin King Nightmare Before Christmas. Who's your money on? Who you got?
I'm probably gonna have to say the Dark One himself, Mr. Dark.
I got the plane for sure.
I have no idea. All I know is that we're running best of 5 and the final starts right now. Holy smokes! That was incredibly close. They are side by side for the majority of the track. But it's Blaze that has the nose cone of his jet just ahead of Mr. Dark at the pond. But it's way too close to tell from this angle. We're going to need the finish line cam once again to determine who won this race. As they come down off the jumps, you can see how Mr. Dark gets a little wobbly. I think that's going to be the difference maker as it slows his momentum down just enough to allow Blaze to sneak in and steal the first win in this final race.
And the judges confirm that Blaze pushes the packages first to take race 1.
And it's a nightmare for Mr. Dark as he gets out of the gate first and seems to tear down the top half of the course, only to get unsettled by the landing on the jump, which directs him into the berm, and then he's up and over. And Blaze again with his signature wheelie as the afterburners kick in, keeps it straight to smash the packages at the finish line and take a stranglehold on this final.
Mr. Dark's going to need a miracle on 34th Street if he stands any chance to come back in this final.
What a way to finish this Invitational race. Mr. Dark puts up a fight, throws his truck into the side of the jet, but Blaze will not be denied. He kicks in those afterburners once again, pounds the presents, and takes the championship for the first ever monster truck race at the Elevation Trail.
Congratulations to Blaze from Underdogs Unleashed. You are now the King of Christmas.
Well, that was absolutely amazing.
It sure
I
was.
feel like we just need one more thing, though.
Like, say, an end to the poem?
You know what? Why not? Take us out, 905.
All right. They raced and they raced till there was only one winner. Entertainment and excitement is what they delivered. Yet in the end, there could only be one victor, although each monster truck was its own special specter. Through the bracket he climbed, winning race after race, his driver becoming the new Christmas ace. So move aside, Santa, cause you're now second place. It's Merry Diecast to all, and to all a good race.